Hey folks, I thought I'd show you guys our new wood stove. This will be an operation and review of the Hearthstone Clydesdale wood stove insert. This stove is a 75,000 BTU stove with 79% efficiency. It does have catalytic converters, but unlike most wood stoves with catalytic converters, this one actually has a bypass. So you can bypass the catalytic converters when you're starting up the stove, as well as if you get the stove too hot, because those two conditions, too cold and it will build up and clog up your catalytic converter, and too hot and you'll burn them out. So and catalytic converters are expensive. So anyway, the stove is soapstone lined and very heavy. It weighs in at 550 pounds. It has a nice cast iron surround, and basic controls are, you have a bypass knob is right here for your catalytic. You want to open that anytime you want to load wood, and you've got your main door right here, which is reversible. You can have it operate from either the left or the right side. And your draft control is right here. You pull it out to add more air, push it in to reduce it, and then you've got a fan switch down here on the bottom. And basically, this giant cast iron hood, there's a metal skirt that comes up and around, and your heat comes out right through here. You've got two fans located underneath this ash pan, so the motors are easy to get to, which is a nice feature. You don't have to pull the unit out or anything like that. If you have a problem with one of your fans, or when your fans goes out, you can replace it with just removing this ash pan, which is just held in place by two set screws. Things I love about this stove: it barely uses any wood. I mean, barely uses any wood. You can see the reburner technology right there. It's got two ceramic, really lightweight ceramic plates. They've gone away from soapstone for the top. We've got these super lightweight ceramic plates for secondary combustion, and above that is your catalytic converters, which are also easy to get access. If you remove those plates, there is a cast iron cover that you unbolt, and that gives you access to the catalytic converters. You can change out the converters in probably 5-10 minutes. So depending on how close to hand the proper wrench is. Anyway, back to what I love about this stove. It sips wood. It barely uses any wood at all. Maybe 5-6 pieces of wood a day. For a day that we're going to get the highs, like a high of 50. Of course, I'll use more as I need it, but the other thing I love about this stove is that its heat life is best in class. It has a 24-hour heat life. Now, that's ideal conditions. That means you load this firebox to the hilt and you do it on a slow burn. And you'll have 24 hours later, you'll have coals. It's proven ability to do that, but those are under ideal circumstances. But from a practical application, I can build a fire in this thing at 9 o'clock at night and get up at 7 in the morning, and there's still coals. The other thing that's great about this is with all the soapstone that's lined, so it's got a soapstone bottom and soapstone sides. It has, and then cast iron beyond that. It has so much thermal mass that this stove doesn't get hot. It gets warm and produces a lot of heat, but it produces over a really long period of time. So instead of having to feed this fire and feed it and feed it and feed it, I can basically, I've been feeding this fire 7 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, and then one time in the evening, say 7 to 9 o'clock at night, just depending on how many pieces of wood I put in. So this is going to save us a huge amount of firewood, which is why we took advantage of the new government tax credit of 30% to replace our old ember hearth. So anyway, this represents all the technology. 79% efficiency is reaching about the max. I think the maximum efficiency you can have is about 82% on a wood stove before it just starts being problematic with your chimney. So really clean burning stove. And some other operational tips I'll give you. Oh, the catalytic converter has a temperature gauge, which I'll come over here and try and show you guys. The only thing I really don't like is that you have to, typically you need a flashlight to see it. I'll see if I can't zoom in and show you guys. So hidden back there is our little temperature gauge, and it's got a little red dial, and it'll tell you when right now we're in the operational range for the catalytic converter, and it'll tell you when it's too hot or too cold. So back to what I don't like about this stove is it does require a little more I'll say operation. Because of the catalytic converters, you have to keep a closer eye on it when you're burning wood. Once you go to all coals, you're fine, but there's this period where you've got kind of where we're at now, whereas you've got coals in the bottom, but you've also got wood that's flaming, and that's pretty much you're getting both gas and coal heat, and it's real easy to get this stove outside the catalytic converter range. So the remedy for that is you run it with the fan on, which is something I'm not used to actually doing, but the fan system works great. I think anybody that buys one of these is going to be really pleased with the overall operation of it. Anyway, I hope you guys liked the video, and hopefully you like the stove. I know this is the only video, I couldn't find any videos of this of the new Clydesdale. This is the 2023 model. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the video, like and subscribe.